Hi everybody, how you doing? This is Kaylania the Blessed Driver here. It's still early in the morning, so I'm trying to wake up a little bit, and I know I may not look the best this morning, but that's all right. It's how I look in the morning. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick vlog on the incident that happened yesterday with my tip, and as you guys have probably seen in my previous video, that a customer had left me a tip last weekend and it never came through on my earnings. And she asked me about that yesterday and basically told me that she did leave the tip and she wanted to make sure I got it, which I never did. And so she tried to tip me yesterday, and when she tried to do that, the app closed out, like the screen switched out to something else. So anyway, long story short, I checked my earnings, and well, before that, she said that she would call Instacart because she was very upset about it. And it didn't sit too well with her, the fact that she was leaving tips and I was not getting them. So when I guess she rectified it with Instacart, and so they did send me a $10 tip. And the order wasn't large at all. It was very, very small, only like 6 or 7 items. But it's the fact that she left the tip, and I finally got it this morning. I saw it, and so she straightened that out with Instacart. Okay, so I just wanted to say that I did get my money because she finally said something. Now, I'm going to say real quickly, as far as doing different app-based gigs, there are so many different platforms that you guys can actually use to maximize your income if that's what you decide to do as far as being an independent contractor. And of course, we know that there's Uber. Gosh, there's so many of them. There's Lyft. There's, I think it's Fasten or something. There's Instacart. There's Shipped. Gosh, y'all, there's DoorDash. There's GrubHub. There's Postmates. It's Caviar. Now, some of the platforms are not available in every state. I know that right now, I think I don't know if it's DoorDash or is it Caviar. Caviar is not available in Florida yet, or Orlando. Hi, Paula. How you doing? Good morning. Bless you. And so, but I think that it also depends on your city and your state of where you are, as far as how much money you could possibly make and how can you maximize your income with these different platforms. Now, I'm actually going to go through like several of them, one by one in one video each. So that way, if there are certain platforms you guys have not heard of or signed up for yet, you're able to at least take a look at it and do your due diligence and to see if this will work for you. Because I see that there are different platforms for different types of necessities or needs. Now, for those that need transportation, of course, there's Uber, there's Lyft, there's Fast. I mean, there's so many different platforms that you can use as an independent contractor with your own car. And now, for instance, there are people who like pets. And if you like to pet sit, if you're okay with different types of animals, there's Rover. If you, of course, don't mind picking up people's laundry and dropping it off to the cleaners or whatever, there is an app called, I want to say it's called Washio or something like that. But right now it's not available in all states. It's kind of like launching right now. And I realize that a lot of these app-based companies are launching from San Francisco. And so most likely they're going to start there and then only go to major cities. And I noticed that usually they'll start in like San Francisco and then maybe kind of venture out to LA, and then they'll open up in parts of like Dallas, or then go to New York, and then they'll start to expand. And so there's so many different platforms, y'all. And of course, you know, with grocery shopping, there's Instacart and then there's Shipped. There's another one that does grocery shopping. I cannot think of the name of it right now. Of course, there's Amazon Flex, but that's for, you know, Amazon. And there's, I think, Blue Apron, and then there's Peapod. There's so many different ones, but like I said, not all of the platforms are available in all states. Now, some of these companies, they just ship items to you instead of you actually delivering or anything like that. So as these companies continue to grow, this will be a great way for you guys to continue to work independently and also be more flexible in your schedule as well. And so I will actually be going through a list of those soon. And also, I will continue to talk about healthcare, because I know I have not followed up on that from the previous blog that I did, because I have had questions that people have asked me about health insurance. What should they do? especially if they've lost insurance from their employer. And I know with doing these app-based gigs, you are an independent contractor, so you are responsible for your own health insurance, also for your families as well. I know that for some, they have public assistance, meaning they may get Medicaid or Medicare, and things like that to be able to supplement their health care and things of that nature. So that's very important. And also, if you guys like house cleaning, there's Home Aglow, there's I can't think of the other one. I was with them, Handy. And so, I'll be talking more about some of those as well. So don't just get caught up in just driving. If you don't want to drive, you don't have to. If you want to do other things, there are other options out there as well. So there are different platforms that you can use to be able to utilize your time to make sure that you're able to supplement your income. For those of you, you may have a full-time job. And some of these app-based gigs is just part-time for you, and that's okay. And for some, it's full-time. Like, this is like full-time for them. Paula said, I work for Job Corps during the day, but there is no money in human services. I have to work a few gigs to make extra money. Yeah, and that's like a lot of people where they have to supplement their income. Now, I want to say, as far as GrubHub, I've been enrolled with GrubHub, I want to say, since May. However, pray for me, y'all. I just opened up my package, like my gear that they sent to me like a couple days ago, and like I haven't opened it in like 2 or 3 months, but I finally opened it up. I know I have my hat, I have my t-shirts, I have my bags and my signs and things like that to put on my car whenever I park somewhere. So it's nice. They have a nice get up. But a friend of mine, she sent me a screenshot just out the blue. She sent me a screenshot of her earnings from yesterday or the day before, and she makes really good money with GrubHub. And so that is another option, of course, if you guys want to deliver. So what I'll do is, once I do the blogs, I'll also put all this information on the website, which is theblesseddriver.com, and just start utilizing more information on the website, so that way you guys can go on there and see what options work best for you. And honestly, how I found out about Instacart is I visited a website. I don't know how I came across. I think I was Googling app-based gigs, or it was something I Googled, and this website popped up, and it had like hundreds of like different app-based companies that you could use. I was like, wow. And some of them I'm still enrolled in, but I haven't really maximized my time in even doing it, because Instacart takes up a lot of my time. But now that I see how much money you can actually make from GrubHub, and I still do Uber Eats, like I did it last night. I mean, I've been doing Uber Eats every day for the past couple days. And sometimes I drive at night, depending on what day and time I decide to go out and things of that nature. So there are different companies that you guys can actually use. So I think some people don't know about them, or have not heard of them and stuff like that. So also, I just found out, like, on Saturday, I think it was Friday or Saturday night, I was doing Uber, and I was out in Orlando just driving around, and I picked up a passenger. And this was the guy I told you about in my other vlog. He's from Dubai. And as we were talking, he told me that I had to drop him off to pick up a car. And he told me that he did not use a car rental company. He didn't use Enterprise. He didn't use Hertz or anything. He actually used an app called Toro. It's spelled Turo. And that's also another way, if you if you want to make some extra cash, or maybe if you need a car for whatever reason. Now, I don't think that you can actually use a car on those platforms like Uber or Lyft, because you need your own car that's in your name, or at least it has your name on the insurance or registration or something, however it works. And how Turo works is that people actually rent out their cars. It's really neat, y'all. And so for those of you, like, there may be some people who are not able to rent a vehicle, meaning like you may not be over 21 or 21 or older. You may have had a bad rapport with car rental companies, so you might not be able to rent from them. Turo is a great way to rent a car, and you're able to rent any kind of car you want that's available in your market. It works very, very well. And so maybe you guys, and I'm telling you, it's not as expensive as some of the car rental companies, but it depends on the type of car that you choose to rent. So for instance, like, I've seen cars as low as like $20-something a day, literally. Insurance and everything is covered. I'm not quite sure how much the up cost is for the insurance, but it's very affordable. If you guys need a car for a couple days, maybe you say, hey, you know what, I want to drive for one of these companies, not Uber or Lyft, because you can't use it with that, but just to make some extra cash. Turo is a great way to do that. And I'll actually put more information on my website very soon, and also do more blogs on it. Because, there's so many platforms that you guys can use, and I don't want to just stick with just ride sharing, even though that's like half of what this particular channel is about. Like, I want to be able to have people to access different types of ways that they can make money and things of that nature. And then of course there's Airbnb if you decide to rent out your house or your apartment or something. However you're able to do that. I mean, there's so many ways that you can do things. There's TaskRabbit. TaskRabbit is not available in all cities and states right now. I think it is in Florida because I'm in Florida, but it's only in Miami. But I don't live in Miami, so there's different platforms, you guys. There's Roadie. I'm telling you, there's so many of them, and so I will have a list on my website soon. I'm not going to say when because I don't know when, but it's going to be very soon, and I will do a vlog on each one of them, or at least on some of them, and that way it'll give you guys a better feel of what else is out there if you decide to continue to do app-based gigs. Also, I like, there are several different vloggers, YouTube vloggers that I really enjoy watching. And if you guys have not subscribed to them, I would suggest that you do that. One of my favorite YouTube vloggers, his name is Calvin Hill, I believe, and he goes by the screen name of The Simple Driver. And he's a guy, he's an African-American gentleman out of Atlanta, and this guy knows his stuff. And if you ever watch his blogs, he doesn't have a whole lot of them. He has maybe like 10, if that. But he's very detailed on how you can make money with Uber and Lyft and stuff like that. And this guy makes a lot of money. He shows his earnings. He makes a lot of money, like a ridiculous amount of money just doing Uber. But he explains to you if Uber is right for you. He explains to you, should you do it full time or should you do it part time? He showed like he explains everything down to the T. And if you get a chance, once again, his YouTube channel is called The Simple Driver. And it's an African-American gentleman with glasses. Another guy I like to watch sometimes is Jermaine Ellis. He's in San Francisco, and I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with him. He is on different platforms. He does Uber. He does Uber Eats. I don't know if he does Lyft or not. He does Caviar. He does TaskRabbit. He does another one. He does different platforms, and this guy makes bank. But he's in California, he's in San Francisco, and sometimes he travels back and forth throughout different areas of California, and he travels a lot. He does different stuff, but this guy makes a lot of money on different platforms. But the area that he's in, he's able to afford to do that because he is in a high demand city. He's in a high demand area. Another guy, he's all right. Because, he can be kind of cynical with some of his stuff, but he's funny to me. But he has some really good information. His name, I think his name is Kevin, but he goes by the AFTRApreneur, and he's a guy that he's kind of overweight, and he typically wears like those hats, those skater hats or whatever you call them, and he always has great information on different platforms sometimes on what he uses and what, but usually he has more of like news, like he typically shares news and updates on the different platforms, and he has pretty good information, so you might want to check him out. And again, that's the AFTRApreneur. And his name is, I think it's Kevin Rodriguez or something like that. So those are some of my favorite ones. I have other ones that I like a lot that I like to watch. I like to watch, I think her name is Cecily something, and she goes by Drive Girl Drive. She's pretty good. I like to watch her too. So anyway, I'm not going to go on about those. But however, I will break down some of these apps for you guys. I will have them on my website. I'm telling you guys, there's so many platforms. And it's not just only driving and delivering, and there's so many other services that you guys can use, and I'm telling you guys probably don't even know that they're there. There's Viable. Viable is a website that you can use if you decide to do any type of tourist, tourists. Somebody just said, have you heard about the at-home gigs that you can answer emails from home? I know that they're there, but I'm not quite sure which ones, but you can always shoot me an email or leave it in the comment if you like, Paula. Thank you so much. And so but Viable is great for those of you guys who have a knack or expertise in a certain field, and you can actually start tours and attractions for people. For instance, if you like photography, you can do photography tours, or if maybe you live in, I don't know, I'm just making up something, like maybe if you live in, I don't know, like Idaho, and you have certain places that where people could visit in Idaho. Like, there's so many different things you guys can do. I'm telling y'all, the money is very possible, but you have to do your due diligence, and you can actually do it. And so just give me some time to work on that. Now, if there are some platforms that you're interested in, or maybe certain skills and services or expertise that you're good at, but you want to figure out how you can maximize your income, or how you can actually find these places to work for, or if you say, hey, you know what, I'm very good at art. how can I maximize my income with art? Of course, I'm also an artist, and so there's websites for that, but being an artist is totally different. And so you have to kind of like hustle with that. So if you do have any questions about that, just shoot me an email. It's the info@theblesseddriver.com, and I will definitely respond at my earliest convenience. And so I will have a list for you guys, and I hope that it works out for y'all. And so don't just get stuck in thinking that, oh, I'm stuck in this particular place. I'm stuck with Uber. I'm stuck with, Instacart, because I know with Instacart it can be kind of difficult, especially with getting hours. However, they are changing that soon, and I will do that on another vlog. And so I'm going to run, you guys. If any questions or comments, please feel free to leave it down there in the comment box. Also, you're more than welcome to shoot me an email, and I'll respond back as soon as I can. And I will get back with you guys soon. God bless you.